Blitz in the front, let the heat pump. Troops on the left.
Okay, this is very, very important what I'm saying to you next, okay? There are too many methods in which, the idea is for you to react defensively. That's not all we teach. You should attack this guy. Even if we're responding defensively, you should sprint toward him. Literally run him down, okay? The footwork that we frequently use in these circumstances is the literal blitzing footwork that you see point fighters use in tournament. Why? It's because it's extremely fast. I'm going to do the blitz toward you so you can have a better appreciation of it, all right? And then I'm going to do it toward him, okay? Now, here's where we're going to go. Okay, I'm going to blitz this way. What you're going to wind up doing is exploding off of your rear, your right leg is cocked. Your rear cocked leg, you just basically sprint forward with this leg, turning your entire body like a missile toward your opponent. Hands up and protect him. All right? And it's deceptively fast. The first step is incredibly fast, like James Worthy in his prime. All right? You know, when you blitz, you want to come here. Now, from the camera's angle, it doesn't look like anything until I turn the sprint on you. When I turn the sprint on you, you see that it's a whole lot faster. It goes from here, right here, you see your opponent face, and then bam, you're right on it. All you take is one step. One step. So when he's coming towards you, he fakes or he swings, all right? He fakes, bam, right there. That's when you're in on it. Notice what happened. Let me turn you to the side again. Notice what happened. Shifted in here and I blocked here. I didn't keep my feet to split here. This sprinting step stepped me right into him. Very important. Notice also that when this block here happened, I went from the outside block to the roll. So, and we're adding in the principle of the Kenpo whip. I'm slowing this down and doing this as compactly as possible because when we were sparring against that school that challenged us, last week, and I wound up using this technique, I wound up hurting people. So, I'm going to break down each component. When he came down, I shifted. This check right here is because Jabari is my friend. Okay? I'm going to actually execute the check as you're supposed to, the pass with the Kenpo body whip mechanic in it. So when the weapon comes, swing. All right? When the weapon comes, swing. All right? All right? When the weapon comes, that's a swing. That's a swing. You see that? The energy comes through. That's a real swing. When the weapon comes, you use your body whip, and his hands will change immediately because you use the body whip. When he comes, bam. See that? Hear that contact? Body whip right into it. Bam! You see how his body shifted? Height, width, and body width. Height, width, and depth. As opposed to what they show you here. He doesn't move. He doesn't move when you do that. When you use the body whip, bam, his body moves. And then you take your sprinting right foot and run it right through him. It looks like, I'm going to go slow, all right? It looks like this. You go body whip, step through him. Bam! Now you've displaced him. Notice his hand is stepped into an overhook over his arm. This strike has went, instead of a punch to his face, I tend to hit you in the neck. I'll hit you in the neck. And see how much he loves that? See how his voice changes? Don't you love that, Jabari, when I do that? Okay, it's real good. Notice also that in the process of me doing this, I canceled his hand. I canceled his hand as an attack. Most people will just step forward and just swing and they'll just ignore the opposite side of your opponents. I don't know where you're from, but the brothers where I'm from, when we block like this, they're going to hit you with something else. They're like, let go of that and do something else you don't like. So what I did was, when I stepped to the side, I hammered him here, which forced him to keep moving, and I hooked this way. See how I turns his arm back? All right, as I hooked, I launched the thrust punch into his neck. This allows me to feed his arm more, which brings me to the next area of mechanics, which is frequently overlooked. When you do this overhook here, most people try to use just only arm strength here. That's not gonna work if this guy has a head of steam, and especially if he's bigger and stronger. What we do is, we actually coordinate our breath with the entirety of our body, its movement. So when I lock here, instead of just going here, we go for the complete snaking technique, try to grab the back of my hand, and combine that with a body dip, a twist, and the proper stance mechanics. So I strike in the throat. As I do that, I'm turning here. See how it lifts him? You see that? That's what you want. Now I'm turning with him and letting go of here because once I got to here, you can feel braking pressure. That's why I let go. But you can feel, can't you feel that? You can feel this is a braking pressure. You want to do as much damage to this guy in the first place because he should have never swung a stick in. Okay? You're going to lock your arm, hand behind your side right there, you right? Yeah. All right? Lock your hands behind your head. Once that is done, because you've done this movement, you blocked here, sprinted to him. You've done your body, wham, wham. Draw this foot here. Wham, step into him, driving him back. Your body's almost meet. His charge to actually magnify the power of your attack. You're now going to go here, whip, and bam. What happens is he'll fall, and you'll take the weapon. So you lock here. I've locked here, the weapon here like this. I've struck here. I'm now going to just raise the arm up. See how I raise him on his toes? And he's taller than me. I'm 5'7". You're like, how tall are you? He's just about 6 feet tall, right? So I lock here, he raise him up. He's about 6'3" now. You know, right? And then from this punch, I just simply sink down, wham, into the movement. From here, frictional pull, strike down, frictional pull, bam, down he goes. This gives me the weapon. I have the weapon now. It's a bad day for this dude. It's a bad day for him. I have the weapon now. He's gonna catch all kind of lovely. Oh, I got a storm for you. I'm gonna hit him with this, stomp him, you know, bust him in his arm, all kind of good stuff you don't like. So, this is what you want to do when you're faced with your opponents in that regard. You're gonna use the same techniques, the same kicks, the same punches, but you're gonna combine that with actually functional Kenpo mechanics. And this is what will save your life. This is an attack from the inside. We're gonna do the same thing just from the outside. Let's say I've entered now from the outside. He swung or what have you, and I've managed to hit past him right here. Now, notice again, here, the trap snaps and pass. He didn't, when he first did it, he was actually gonna stop here. But because I snapped past him, see that? Again, snapped past him, I forced him to go from here to here. Again, let me step back. Properly done, because doing it this way actually hurts. It's my friend, I'm not trying to hurt him. You know, right? Doing it this way, you're requiring your entire body to do the Kenpo body work. So you're gonna wind up going blah, blah, here, wham, bam. And this is actually loading the rest of your techniques within a very, very short space. So your opponent doesn't have a chance to react. Go a little slower so you can see this. It's very, very fast. That's why I keep telling them to go slow. All right, come down here, you're gonna block. This one's gonna be by bam. That's what happens in real life. Notice how when he was under his own volition, he stayed here. He swung exactly the way you do in real life. But when I stepped to the outside, I saw him come here, when we came down with the stick, and I stepped to the outside, I body whipped him, which forced him to take that right leg step forward. Bam! And if you see that, that forces his right leg to come forward. This loads me for what I'm going to do next. Remember? Traffic here, bang here, front kick and thrust. Well, guess what? You know, from right here, I'm going to kick him or knee him. In this case, I'm just going to knee him because he's close. And then I'm going to strike him. Knee, lock his arm. See how it forces him to move? Gives me this lock. I haven't even finished the pivot yet. I just need him. Once I pivot, bam, the stick starts coming to me. I take the stick out. All right? Now I can either punch him with your fist or with the stick. I'll hit you with the stick. I'll hit you bang with the stick. Or if I really don't like you, I'll hit you with the stick and then I'll punch you anyway. The key is to finish the technique. Finish the technique and make certain this guy who had the stick does not rise again. And you do so without putting yourself in a position where liability is an issue for you, okay? So, I'm gonna turn a little bit to the side so you guys can see this part. There's one area that's of great importance. Notice when he was swinging, each time he swung, his stick wasn't tilted back toward him. And he kept his balance. When he pivoted, he's kept his balance. Each one of these blocks compelled him to make a change. I went from here to here. This gives you a striking option here, to the body, which you guys will see me do in the DVD. All right? What happens is you go here, you 1% bam right here, and this allows you to continue with the rest of the techniques. I place a priority on controlling the weapon hand. So when you first learn it, my thing is to get you out of the way of the weapon and to strike here so that he cannot hurt you. Then you the rest of the techniques. So he'll come down, he'll give you the weapon, you rock the arm, you pivot, see that makes him let go, forces his other hand to go down. It's very important. You want to keep his entire body occupied. This does not give him the opportunity to grapple you because his hands are down, your energy is going into him. I'm actually carrying him with my leg here so I can talk to you. So that, but if I were to fully execute the thrusting movement, he goes that way. You cannot grapple me now. I have the stick, I have you in a wrist lock, you don't like this, I've done frictional pull on you, and I'm about to beat the crap out of you with your own stick. Then I'll step back and call the police and tell them what kind of horrible person you are. Okay? That's what you should be doing. If you have any questions or comments, you know what to do. Leave them at the end of this video. The next variation I'm going to show you in a few moments will deal with the knife. Same concept, checking the storm, but with a knife this time. Thank you for coming by and checking this out. Behind the camera is my friend Scott, helping out. It's my friend Jabari. See you guys in a few minutes.